Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over one of my favorite new fifth wheels, and that is the 2020 Keystone Cougar 364BHL. Folks, they've done a great job on the floor plan here. You get this big living area and kitchen with dual opposing slides, giving you the center island here in the kitchen, so that way you have a ton of prep space, a ton of storage, you have a good view to the TV, and when we go in the back, you will see a ton of sleeping in this RV, plus it's a bath and a half floor plan. Let's talk about the kitchen a moment. So as I said, you get this big island right here, solid surface countertops as you would expect in a higher end RV like the Cougar. You have the high-rise pull-out modern looking faucet. You will see sink top covers. Now, you have some dual covers. The one on the right obviously is solid. The one on the left is a drying rack. I think this was a great option because that way you still have a cutting board if you want it. I always do recommend flipping it over and using the bottom so all your knife marks are down there. When we take both of those off, that reveals your undermount stainless steel sink. Nice modern cut to it as well, so that way you get full utilization of the entire bowl. If we take a look down below, you have 4 full extension ball bearing drawers. As I mentioned, there is a ton of storage here in the kitchen. Open this up, great spot for pots and pans. And over to the side, there is a little bit of plumbing running through here, but you still have enough space for a trash can. Taking a look at the slide out on the camp side. So again, more prep space, a great spot for your coffee makers. You have an electrical outlet right there. Recessed 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. Just fold that up and back, kind of doubles as a backsplash, opens up your 3 burners. The front one is high output. The knobs on the Furion cooktop light up, and you also have an oven underneath if you want to do some baking. And there are 2 different Furion ovens, folks, or cooktop oven combos. This is the larger oven that they put in here. So if you're one that likes to bake, you can definitely appreciate that. Otherwise, it does give you some good additional storage for pots and pans. You also have the storage right underneath there. Not pots that are too big, but some of your larger pans you can stick down there. And then again, more storage right over to the side here. Up top, storage across the top, more there, plus your microwave right in the center. Moving down a little ways, double door Dometic fridge freezer combo. We'll open that up so you can kind of take a look. Plenty of space in there, folks. If you need to have a lot of cold storage, this will certainly do it. You got 3 crisper drawers along the bottom, removable tray here for some of the taller items. Runs off propane and electric, automatic switch over there as well. You have the 49-inch 4K TV. Now, you probably won't get much 4K signal when you're out camping, but at least they did put in, a higher end TV here because it is 4K capable. The 49-inch is plenty large, whether you're sitting in the dinette, sitting in the theater seats, you have a great view to it. More storage up top with the backlighting, as well as you'll see some lighting up above the trim there as well. So plenty of auxiliary lighting here in this RV. More storage there. Multimedia center. This is a DVD player in case you want to throw a DVD in. And then you have the huge fireplace right down below. Does a great job of essentially being a space heater and taking the chill off in this space, especially if you're sitting right here in the theater seats. Now, this one does come standard with a tri-fold sofa as well as the dinette, but you can option in theater seats and a freestanding table and chairs. You'll see we did option in the theater seats here, and I think this is a great choice, especially for this layout. Thomas Paine collection, very comfortable. Cup holders in the center. This one you'll see has a USB port here as well as a light, so it lights up. And then you have heat and vibration, or massage rather, so that way kind of works those knots out after a long day in the heat. Again, in conjunction with that fireplace on a cold morning is absolutely wonderful. Kick those up, kick back, and relax. You'll see they went to the wood blinds throughout on all the Cougar lines. I really like the wood blinds. I think it's a great look. And one of the things, one of my favorite parts about the Cougar is the huge panoramic windows. I mean, folks, it's almost this entire slide is just a big window. So that way you can let a ton of natural light in here. It gives you a great view out the side if you want it. Lighting all up top there as well. Even the fascia has lights right in the front as well as all along the sides there too. So as I mentioned a little bit further up is our dinette, but you can swap this out for freestanding table and chairs. The dinette does give you some additional sleeping space. Not that you really need it in this RV, but if you want it, the option is there. This is something that's kind of cool too. This little poster represents, that is the Cougar OTG system, or off the grid system. So this does a combination of things, and I like this the little imagery here because it kind of helps show it. But you'll see there's a roof port. You have an optional 170 watt solar panel right up top. And folks, you can actually expand that to have 2 more. So you can actually have 3 170 watt panels up there. You also can get an optional inverter, and that will invert an electrical outlet in the living room, in the kitchen, and in the bedroom. So that way you can have the power to those outlets without having to run a generator or have shore power. Plus, there's also the solar, the portable solar prep, so you can actually have 4 basically 170 watt panels on here, 680 watts of solar, which is fantastic. If you take a look over to the side, you will see the big storage area. This is a motion sensor light. It's currently not on, but you can turn it to the motion sensor. So when you open that up, it lights up your pantry. And folks, this is a massive pantry to have. Again, I think they did a just absolute wonderful job on this floor plan. So this backspace is probably one of the coolest things about the 364 BHL. When you're doing some online shopping and you're looking at the floor plans, it really doesn't do it justice. When you're actually in this space, folks, this is one of the best rear sleeping areas that I've seen. Currently, it's brand new to Cougar. And again, I just think they did an awesome job with layout. You have 2 full-size beds. You have one right down here, as you can see, and then you have a loft right up top. So great extra sleeping space up there. You'll see TV hookup up there. You have a LED light, your second AC, and this loft, 800 pound weight capacity. So you can easily sleep 2 adults. The ladder as well. You could take a look at the size of this ladder. It's very bulky. They gave you side rails, so it's safe. You know, this is not a small loft. A lot of times they give you the teeny, metal ladders, and especially with kids, doesn't feel very safe when they're going up and down. This gives them the side rails, gives you that safety as they are climbing up into that loft area. And right down underneath here, ton of extra wardrobe storage. You see drawers built in there. You have a nightstand, electrical outlet, USB ports. Folks, whether it's kids, whether it's friends, whether it's family, this is a great place to have additional guests. And look at the windows. Huge windows in here really help open up this space. If you want another TV, we'll actually see there's a TV right here. The cool thing about this is they planned basically the viewing angle so that if you're laying down in the bed and your head is right here, you can still see that TV when it's mounted on the wall. So both the top bunk and the bottom bunk can see that TV. So if you only want to install one, you can certainly get away with that. Now, if you come right in here, as I mentioned, this is a 1.5 bath model, and here's the half bath. So you have the privacy door, you have your towel rod there, your toilet. I'm 6 foot tall, plenty of space. Sink off to the side, little bit of storage underneath there, as well as plumbing access, electrical outlet, mirrored medicine cabinet, and a secondary entrance. So that way you can come right in, do your business, head right back out without traipsing dirt all the way through the trailer. And if the friends, family, kids have to wake up in the middle of the night, they can come in, use the bathroom, and go right back to bed. As we step up into the bathroom, you'll see 2 entrances and exits, one into the main living area here, the other one right into the master bedroom. In between is the mirrored medicine cabinet, nice big sink underneath, so that way if you're washing your hands, you're not splashing water all over it, easy to brush your teeth. Electrical outlet, again, plumbing access underneath. And right over here is our toilet. As I mentioned before, plenty of room in this bathroom as well. Porcelain bowl too, so it's super easy to clean. As we take a look in the corner, you will see the neo-angle shower. Now, folks, as I mentioned, I'm 6 foot tall. I could be 6'3", 6'4", and still be able to shower in here without having to bend down thanks to the skylight. You also have the upgraded wall panel. It's not just the plain white, has a much nicer look to it. And the doors aren't a roller track, so that way when you open it up, the water goes right down to the shower pan. Not like a curtain or swing door where a lot of times the water ends up on the floor. And you have an upgraded hand wand in here as well. Now, right behind this door, you will see the slide out wardrobe, and obviously this one is dedicated to the bathroom. That way you have a linen closet here as well as some additional drawers. The bedroom in the 364 features a 60 by 80 residential queen size bed. So if you're a taller person, sick of their feet hanging off, you don't have to worry about it in here. When I lift this up rather, you will also see huge storage underneath the bed. Excellent spot for a lot of your larger items. And on both sides of the bed, you have big nightstands. That's a big deal too. So if you have a CPAP machine, you have plenty of space for it, or a cup of water at night. You have electrical outlets, USB ports, storage underneath, as well as storage up above. Plus you have the window, the windshield right up front there. Gorgeous window, looks great from the outside, lets natural light in during the daytime. And you have the blackout shade in case you want to take a nap in the middle of the day. Now you'll see on the far side, as you would expect, Because we had the slide out linen closet there, you also have the slide out wardrobe, hanging storage all across the top, big drawers down below. You have a window on the opposite side, again, for some natural lighting. And if you want TV, you have hookup for it right up top. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Keystone Cougar 364BHL. Right up front is the gorgeous front cap. It is a fully painted front cap on there. LED lights inlaid in the sides, and you will see that windshield that we saw on the inside. Absolutely stunning. You also have the Road Armor Kingpin. So this is a pivoting head, which helps control the bucking and chucking while going down the road. So that way, as you're starting and stopping your truck, the fifth wheel is not pushing you along. If we drop down underneath, you will see how clean this front compartment is, minus my battery pack here, of course, but just notice the spare tire is stored up here, so that way it's protected from the elements. Battery box over to the side, and all your cables have excellent management. You will also see right down underneath the auto level on the Cougars. That way you can just touch a button and the coach will level itself out after a couple minutes. One of your 30-pound propane tanks are located on this side, the other one on the other side. And you have two power awnings. You have one in front of the slide and one behind the slide. These are the Solaris Smart Arm awnings. You'll see the lights inlaid in the sides as well as across the top. Also have a couple outside speakers, so that way if you want to listen to some music, you can certainly do so. And the multimedia center that controls it's Bluetooth capable, so you can be outside and still operate it. If we take a look in the pass-through, nice big garage storage area here. This is the brains of the in-command system. So that system is inside. Super, super cool system. Really simplifies all of your controls. And it actually gives you the ability on the Cougar where you can control the HVAC system based upon time. So that way, if you want it to kick on at, say, 6 p.m., you can have it do that, which is something that's very rare in a fifth wheel. Usually you don't get that until you start to move into much more expensive motorhomes. Another change they made for 2020 was they put your tank heaters outside. It makes them very easy to get to. So that way, if you're going through a colder region, you can pull over on the side of the road, turn on your 12-volt tank heaters. You don't have to actually get inside the coach to mess with it. You also see your light right out here, your cable and satellite outlet, as well as your electrical outlet. So if you want a TV to hook up right there, the connections are there for you. Also, another electrical outlet right outside in case you need to plug anything else in. Very easy to get to. The primary entrance on the 364 has the MORryde step above step system. Great thing about this, it has aluminum treads, they don't rust, with the grip tape for added traction if it's wet. And as you can see, I'm over 200 pounds. I can run up and down here, and the steps hardly flex. You also have the grab handle. It is foldable and extends out, so that way you have extra control from the first step all the way into the RV. And they also upgraded the handle for the 2020 model year. This sticker right here represents the Cougar Climate Guard system. It's an excellent system. The thing I like about that is the name kind of says it all. If it's hot outside, it helps keep it cooler inside. And if it's cold outside, it helps keep things warmer inside. A lot of people think that the insulation is just if you're doing cold weather camping, and that is just not the case. If we take a look right down below, beautiful aluminum alloy wheels on here, and just like the steps, folks, those aren't going to rust. They'll stay looking great for years to come. And right in between is the Road Armor suspension system, which utilizes a rubber compound to help take out the bumps in the road, which in conjunction with the Road Armor hitch up front does a great job of making this an excellent towing unit down the road. You have an outside shower here, hot and cold water access, makes it very easy. I like having it by the door, especially if you're coming back from like the beach, you need to wash your feet off, or you need to rinse the dog off, or just wash your hands, whatever. Having that water access on the campsite is much more convenient, where it's normally located on the back or on the off-door side. This is the secondary entrance. This is the one that goes right into the half bath. You have the foldable aluminum steps here, and a little bit smaller grab handle. Again, it is the newer upgraded door, window in that door as well to let in some natural light. And as I mentioned, you have the second awning, so that way you are covered for pretty much the whole side of this RV. We open this guy up, and that's right, a unit that has bunks in the back just wouldn't be complete without an outside kitchen. Electrical outlet up top. Cougar uses the Capital Grill, which I personally really like. I would much rather have a grill than a cooktop, because when I go camping, I grill out. I generally don't use a cooktop outside, so that brings a lot more value to the RV for me. You'll also see the outside fridge, so if you need some beverages out there or condiments, makes them easy to access. Rear mounted ladder, so you can quickly and easily climb up onto the fully walkable roof here. You'll have to bear with me. It's a little close to the unit behind me, as you can see. A couple more things though. We do have the camera prep. So if you want a backup camera on here, the prep makes it much easier to have it installed. When we drop down, you will see your hitch, 300-pound weight capacity on there. So that way if you have a bike rack, that fits in a 2-inch receiver for like 4 bikes, you can put it right in there, comes straight from the manufacturer. So that way it doesn't void any warranties or anything. You can see the enclosed underbelly there as well. And then 50 amp detachable power cord here. And if you take a look right here, folks, this is the storage underneath that rear bed in the back. So the bed does lift up and you have access from both inside as well as right back here. And as we take a look at the off-door side, this essentially is where all of your hookups are located. So you'll see you have a light right up top. Again, more water access, both hot and cold water there. Water heater bypass for, of course, winterization. City water inlet, black tank flush. You have black and gray tank valves. They are insulated, as I mentioned, because of cold weather camping, if you do decide to use it for such. Key TV system makes it very easy to hook up the TV, battery disconnect, and your portable ZAMP solar. As I mentioned, this one can have one of the portable panels. That's where it will plug in at. The rest of them and the controller will be located right over here. The inverter, if you do decide to go with the OTG package, again, everything's already pre-wired, so it makes it very easy to hook up. That's where that will install at. And lastly, right over to this side is the controller for auto level. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Keystone Cougar 364BHL. If you're interested in this beautiful fifth wheel and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.